Hey folks, welcome back for yet another episode of The Cabin Build. So yeah, this week we're putting in stairs to go up into where the cabin's at. It's necessary because basically at this moment when you're trying to bring up materials, this is gonna be quite treacherous when we're talking about bringing big glass panes, you know, sheets of plywood and stuff. It's just gonna be really nice to have some steps of sorts. So yeah, kind of doing these landscaping steps where I'm gonna use 6x6 pressure treated lumber, probably 3 to 4 feet wide. And yeah, just kind of go up about 7 inches or so per step. I'm gonna be figuring that out throughout the course of the week and building those. So yeah, wish me luck, here we go. So we have a rough run of about 70 inches. So yeah, a rise of 42 by 70 inches wide. So realistically, doing the math here, with 42 inches of height that we're trying to go for, that's roughly 6 steps if we're going up 7 inches each. And then because the run is about 70 inches long, that means every step is probably gonna be about a foot. So we'll kind of make it about a foot or so. So that's the first rough game plan from there. So we'll kind of go from here. Okay, so at this point, we've got the steps carved out. That was about roughly 6 hours worth of work. The wood delivery actually just came. So I got these two 16-foot 6x6s, which I'm gonna be cutting up into 2-foot sections and then drilling some holes through too to put the rebar through. Gonna work away at a bit of the wood while we wait for our stone supply, which is gonna be about a half cubic yard of gravel that we'll be able to fill in the steps with. So yeah, here's some woodworking. Okay, so sort of in like a bit of a stroke of luck here, my pal's landscaping company, my pal Eric, he actually lent me this sweet F550 in which we were able to get the stone all loaded up on and stuff. And yeah, so delivery times originally were kind of looking like 5 to 10 days, and I was actually just able to make it happen. So big shouts out to my pal Eric from Heart and Grit, and yeah, basically within a day of kind of coming up with the concepts and everything like that, we were able to have some stone and try and execute our idea here. So yeah, super stoked. Thanks, Eric. Okay, So at this point, we're kind of starting to put the steps in here. After basically putting down some landscaping paper, throwing some rocks down to try and level out the steps with the step above, we actually finally start to put down our 6x6 pressure treated piece of lumber here. We reinforce it with 2 pieces of rebar that go in. They're 2 feet long, so they kind of go into the ground about 1.5 feet or so. And yeah, that kind of really holds them in place. And we're just kind of repeating the process all the way down these steps here. So yeah, kind of hope this works out. Just trying to figure this out and kind of work on it based on the things I heard from the internet. So yeah, wish me luck. Okay, so at this point, the steps are in, and yeah, it's gonna be mellow to get up into the forest now for the rest of the build and stuff. Am I gonna be hired for landscaping anytime soon? Probably not, but I'm stoked. It certainly works well enough. I've been kind of running up and down them with materials and stuff already. This honestly makes things way easier for this build moving forward. Beyond that, I did want to talk a bit about our tally of time and costs. The stairs actually took about 12 hours to build out thus far. So with our 6 hours of milling and cutting down our dead trees in part 1, we're at about 18 hours worth of work, or roughly a flight to Australia or something like that. That said, our cost on these particular steps broke out to about $600 or so. Coming up next, we're gonna be looking at maybe putting down some of the concrete piers for the next part of a particular project. Gonna kind of scope those out and, you know, probably mix some concrete before things freeze over here. And then, you know, build out a deck, but I'm not sure how much more we'll be able to do beyond that as colder temperatures start to come in. Don't know if I'll be able to build walls and put up a roof by the time the snow hits and stuff, so might hold off on that, but we'll see. Anyhow, thanks so much for checking this out, and yeah, more to come on this and all the things. So thank you, and yeah, hope y'all are well. Take care. Talk soon.